We are well into December now, and there is a lot happening in the world of Star Citizen this week. We have Luminalia, if that's how you pronounce it, which is Star Citizen Christmas. Potentially, we have 3.16 patches. We've got discounted ship sales, and I wanted to talk about changes to the 600i in more detail, because actually they're pretty big and will affect the game quite a lot, because they are talking about new gameplay mechanics with that VIP transport, sort of. And yeah, there's a lot more happening too, so let's start talking about it. Alpha 3.15.1 just saw a new mini patch, and there's been some server maintenance too. The patch adds a more stable version of EAC, Easy Anti-Cheat, and yeah, that's now in the mix, and I have a few reservations actually pending me testing this out a bit more. So EAC doesn't work with certain things, doesn't like them, like localization tools and Star Citizen, Linux, EVGA, Precision, and Vorpex. And if you want to use Reshade, then you have to rename your dxgi.dll to d3d11.dll there, but if you use it, you'll know. The launcher also saw a little patch with some minor bug and compatibility fixes. Hopefully EAC will mean that Star Citizen doesn't have cheaters roaming around in droves, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, because they will need deeper sort of anti-cheat and logging and ways of dealing with cheaters. Every game has cheaters and exploiters, so let's see how Star Citizen deals with that in the future, and this is a big step towards that. This patch and maintenance help prepare the way for the next major patch, and we know that 3.16 testing should be starting real soon, and I still believe that 3.16 has a planned release window targeted at between the 17th and 24th of December, if possible, rather than live next year, if you see what I mean. So I originally thought it would be open PTU this year and live next, but I do actually think that Cloud Imperium are targeting a live build for this year now. So I'd expect a public PTU next week, if I'm right with that. Maybe. Madness, I know. We have the start of Luminalia, or Luminalia, as well coming on, which is basically, as I said, Christmas in the Star Citizen universe, and Cloud Imperium have said, we direct the spotlight to our upcoming Luminalia celebration, which goes live this Thursday, December 9th. We've gone ahead and made discounted starter packages available for those looking to get a head start, but you'll definitely want to check back later this week for the full event. This year promises to be our best Luminalia celebration yet, with more gifts coming your way than ever before. Seriously, don't miss out on this one. So yeah, cool. Get ready for that event. It might be pretty cool. We don't know exactly what's going to be in game. Those holiday starter packs allow you to purchase an Aurora MR, Avenger Titan, Mustang Alpha, or Nomad at a 10% discount, or at least up to a 10% discount, including a game package and 24 months insurance for the ship. You can also grab the Avenger or Aurora there with a copy of Squadron 42 if you so wish, and you don't have one already. Later Tuesday, we've got a Lawmakers Community Questions published, so they're going to be talking about all the questions that you might have been asking over the last few months about Star Citizen lore and narrative experience stuff. We also find out more details of the December RSI subscriber flare and all that sort of stuff, and the benefits that are going to be there. So we know that the flare is likely to be the Razumov RS armor that we talked about a few days ago, which I'll chuck a picture up of. Wednesday, so I'm actually looking forward to Wednesday most this week, with Cloud Imperium's post on the Q&A for the Odyssey, at least the answers to that. So people have been asking questions about the Odyssey, and this should help address how the ship compares to the Carrack, and hopefully people will go, the Carrack is actually markedly different and not been killed effectively by the Odyssey or devalued. So we will be doing a full comparison of those ships and talking more about exploration once that Q&A has gone up. Thursday, we have an Inside Star Citizen looking at the latest Gravlev updates and taking a look at Jumptown 2.0. They're both part of the 3.16 update that we're getting later this month. It's also the start of the Luminaria celebrations, or at least more of them. I think we can expect screenshots and similar competitions, potentially some free flair, maybe something to earn in-game. Remember, there are Easter eggs like the Christmassy Grotto under New Babbage on Microtech 2. Friday, Star Citizen Live returns, but we don't have details of what they're actually going to be focusing on this week yet anyway, and you can expect a newsletter if you're signed up to the newsletter from Cloud Imperium, just like every week. I think we're getting a subscriber vault update as well for RS Live subscribers, some cool new pictures there of something. I also wanted to point out about the 600 Eyes rework that's currently ongoing, that I had missed out a line, or cut a line, I'm not sure which, when I was talking about it in a recent video, and I realised that it's actually quite important because it does vastly change what I was saying. So the 600i Touring and Exploration are very different, and that is important to know. They have different facilities. It's not just a couple of different things, it's quite a lot of different things. The Exploration variant has the medical bay, armory, vehicle-focused cargo hold, and other exploration-focused gameplay. So the Touring's still going to have a cargo hold, but it might not be so vehicle-focused in the same way. But the Touring, instead, focuses more on luxury guest transport, which is the taking of VIPs from one area to another and safely. Like, oh, I've got some delegates that I need to get from this area to this area. Bam. Yeah, we're expecting these missions for the 600i and the 890 Jump, and probably some others as well, maybe like the Phoenix and stuff at smaller scales. But it's sort of the evolution of taxi missions that are currently planned, and we've been wanting these in-game for ages. I wanted to make it as clear as possible, though, because when I talked about it in my original video, I think made it sound like that potentially both ships would have the medical bay, and we don't know if that's the case. We know the Exploration's going to have a medical bay. We don't know what tier, but I would expect tier 2, but we don't know if the Touring is going to have a medical bay. I am, however, liking the 600i Explorer now and how it sounds, because it sounds like it's going to be a very viable Explorer ship compared to what it is. But yeah, expect some big changes with the 600i and its two variants. There was also what I think is quite a funny dev response, but I want to sort of outline. There was a Reddit thread, patch delayed lol, that had a tweet from John Crew, the vehicle director at Cloud Imperium. Going back to the office was a mistake, but only because I hadn't opened my work laptop for nearly 20 months, and as such, that's a lot of Teams, Outlook, and Windows updates to install. So there's then a response on that thread that posted up his tweet on Reddit with John Crew saying, TFW, that feeling when you wake up and find this at the top of the subreddit. Because it was pretty high up in the subreddit, it was hugely upvoted, this post. But yes, to answer a few common questions and calm everyone down, no, the patch isn't delayed because my laptop needed a Windows update. When the pandemic started, I took my work PC home and I've been using it at home since. I voluntarily decided to come back to the office one day a week to get myself and my family used to being back in the office more and more like the before times. As I'm only in the office one day a week, I decided to use my work laptop, which is at the office still, and what I used when regularly traveling to sort of Germany, Austin, Texas, Los Angeles, rather than lug my work PC back and remote in 4 days a week. It was good to see some of my colleagues in person for the first time in nearly 2 years. I think it was very good of John Crew to answer that, and obviously in quite a humorous spirit. But it's good to know that people are actually starting to return to the office more and more, even if it is just a couple of days a week or whatever. I suppose most people will be having to return that haven't returned yet, and actually having to be in the office much more when they have their new studio open in Manchester. That's one of the interesting things with the pandemic. Some people that work better from home might be able to work from home. At least it's going to be more likely that they can. However, in an industry, or at least what I'm trying to say is in a Star Citizen gaming environment where they're building and developing this game, it's quite creative, and they actually want the sort of people to be in the office and actually sort of talk to each other and sort of share some of that creative juice between each other, where they sort of chat and see each other's work. They want like a campus-style arrangement. That's what I think they're sort of going for. They want to promote that socializing and interactivity with their staff that potentially leads to a better game and more ideas and people talking stuff out and going, oh, I've got a good idea, I've got this idea, oh, cool. And their offices are beautiful and really nice, which is one of the reasons they got this new office in Manchester and they're getting this new office in Frankfurt and all that sort of jazz. So it's an interesting thing because, yes, I do think that the pandemic has allowed people to work from home a lot more, but that's contrasted with Star Citizen's approach to actually, we do prefer people to come into the office and, share their knowledge and experience and look at each other's screens and go, oh, I've got an idea. At least that's my thoughts on it. Boom! That's it for your Star Citizen fix today, at least from me. We should be getting a load of useful information over the next few days with Inside Star Citizen, that Q&A, hopefully a 3.16 patch of some kind, and then the start of the Christmas celebrations. But what do you think? Are you looking forward to that 3.16 patch? Do you think we could see a live build by the end of the month? Are you expecting anything else for Luminalia or Luminalia? Which one is it? Or is it neither? Have you had any issues with 3.15 now that EAC is part of the patch? And do you like the changes to the 600i? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below.
Ho ho ho, I'm a fat man with a beard, and I'm gonna sneak down your chimney and give you...
NordVPN. That's right, I'm BoredGamer. I am that fat man with a beard. And it's Nordmus. So what do you want in your stocking for Nordmus, little Timmy? I want NordVPN, with its useful security, privacy and locational spoofing features. I also want a racing car set. Of course you do, but as I'm not sponsored by Racing Car Set, maybe you should shut your little mouth, Tim. Merry Nordmus! For December, we are giving away an Origin 400i with a Star Citizen game package and lifetime insurance. This is a luxury multi-role explorer ship for 1 to 3 players to run together. It's like a little yacht in space. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during December. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider clicking that join button underneath my videos. You can also become a Patreon or even donate. Thank you so much for watching, please take care, and I'll see you in the verse.